Welcome to another wonderful cool day in Brenham, Texas, Washington County. Rain is on the way though. Preacher told me so. So I know it's on the way. He just wasn't real definite about the date. But, anyway, we're waiting on it. So, okay. Washington County Commissioners Court is now in session Tuesday, August 25th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Commissioner Bullock, would you do the honors, please?
Sure. Good morning. Welcome. Today we have Deacon Al Prescott from St. Mary's Catholic Church to lead us in the invocation.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Oh, I got three people there. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right. Every time I walk in, I have people stopping me saying, hey, would you pray for this? Would you pray for that? Would you pray for rain and all that? I'm going, no. God has a sense of humor. He'll answer our prayers and give us so much rain, we'll be praying for, stop the rain, okay? No, we just pray for each other and pray for those who are homeless and homebound and those who are stuck in the heat and can't get out of it. So today, let us pray. Lord our God, our Heavenly Father, we give praise and thanks for your gracious gifts, which you provide so faithfully. Help us enjoy these blessings with gratitude and reverence, that we may be strengthened to praise you and serve our neighbors through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Please join us in the pledge to our nation's flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Item number 3, presentation of a plaque honoring Chief Deputy J. Petrash in recognition of 50 years of dedicated service in law enforcement. Chief, would you please come forward, please?
We haven't shared something that's serving 50 years in one's profession before. Anyway, all right, this is presented to J.P. Trash, Chief Deputy, in recognition of 50 years of distinguished service in law enforcement. Chief?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I yelled to my better half, the one keeps me called Anchor, my wife Donna, and my youngest daughter Kate. Keeps me in line, keeps the grandkids over, keep me I appreciate it.
You keeping him in line? Did I hear that?
We try.
Wow. No wonder full-time job, right?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man.
I gotta come around for a hug. Come on.
Sheriff, want to say something? Sheriff, did you want to say something? No.
And notice that was a recognition of 50 years of service. It didn't mention anything about retirement.
Things just start getting shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't say the R word in sheriff's office.
Yeah, right, I got you. All right. Again, congratulations, Chief. Item number 4, discussion and possible action on the approval of pending Washington County Expo rental regulations contracts. This morning we have one of those for a dairy goat show.
I make a motion to approve the pending Washington County Expo rental and regulation contracts and give the county judge the authority to sign.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, discussion and possible action to approve the guaranteed maximum price, GMP, agreement of the bid package number 1 for the repairs and maintenance, including the demolition and removal of the JLA building and related site utility work at the Washington County Expo, located at 1305 East Bluebell Road, Brenham, Texas, 77833. Mr. Williams?
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. So what this is a cost not to exceed, as Ryan said, for the demolition of the JLA building, which is that no longer utilized building between the VIP and the Quonset hut, along with some utility work, including plumbing repairs, site sewer, and electrical upgrades that have been long overdue. So we are excited to see these coming. We got a very good return on the amount of bids from around the region. And so the cost not to exceed for all these projects will come out to $246,905.
And there's roughly about, I think we have $50,000 there for contingency based off of not knowing what the electrical is really gonna be for,
Right.
if they get in there and
Find
some bad stuff,
something
yeah.
bigger.
So,
All right.
Okay.
And the plumbing as well.
and the
And
plumbing.
the plumbing as well.
Plumbing's pretty well needed,
We should
yeah.
expect surprises.
Yes, it's hard to say what that's gonna happen. Okay.
I motion to approve the GMP, Guaranteed Maximum Price Agreement of the bid package number 1 for the repairs and maintenance, including the demolition and removal of the JLA building and related site utility work at the Washington County Expo, located at 1305 East Bluebell Road, Brenham, Texas, 77833.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Item number 6, discuss and possible act upon the approval of the First Amendment Agreement between Brannon Industrial Group and Washington County for administrative support services for the October 2026 scrap tire collection event at the Brenham Collection Station.
Good morning, Judge,
Good morning.
Commissioners.
Good morning.
So what we brought before you is an amendment to an existing agreement between Brannon Industrial Group and Washington County. They supply administrative support services when we do our tire collections. And it's pretty minor changes. It's already been reviewed and approved by the county attorney's office. We had to add an indemnification clause, that's section D, because of it's grant funded and the grant requires it. So that was added. The only other change is to Exhibit A. We updated to the current year 2026, but the rate of $5 did not change.
That is $5 per resident that brings tires.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
And
Yes.
the only question I have is, and this is for the county attorney, in the term, since it's automatically renewed, it says September 1st, 2024 through August 31st of 2025 on this contract. Should we change that to 26?
Well, this is just an amendment to the original contract.
So that's why I'm
And the
asking.
Yeah, and the original contract has that automatic renewal.
Okay.
So this is just the change to meet the grant
Okay,
requirement.
all right.
So
Just
we're
making
still
sure.
operating under that 24 contract.
Okay.
But it's an automatic renewal.
Perfect.
Okay.
So short answer, no.
Okay, there we go. But I like the explanation.
Yep.
I make a motion to approve the First Amendment Agreement between Brannon Industrial Group and Washington County for administrative support services for the October 2026 scrap tire collection event in the Brenham Collection Station.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Item number 7, discussion and possible action on approving the purchase of a 3-year software subscription service for call detail reporting from Microcall and authorizing county judge to execute any necessary documents related to the purchase. Ms. Wellman.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So what I'm presenting today is Microcall. It's a call detail reporting system. It provides analytics not only for 911 but also for all the county departments. This is just a brief overview, but the main takeaway on this page is if we can't measure it, and then it's difficult to effectively manage it. Therefore, it's even harder to justify it. So, Carrie, if you can go to the next slide. The main problem we're having today is the system we're currently utilizing, it's all manual. So we're having to manually count our non-emergency numbers. Therefore, some are being duplicated because if one person answers it and then transfers it to another TCO, it's counting as 2 calls. Whereas microcall would separate them and show multiple legs or transfers would equal 1 call, 1 unique call. So then therefore providing more accurate numbers to Commissioners Court and the public. Along with more accurate call counts, it's also built for records requests. You can do a quick search of a phone number and it will show where at within the whole county that number has called. So therefore, if an individual says they've called somebody and they've gotten no response, you can do a quick search and verify that, or see who in particular they spoke with and for how long and date, all the details. And that is more so showing that. That's an example of what type of information is included on the call detail report. So date, time, the phone number, who they called, inbound or outbound, extension, who they spoke with, the duration, and whether it was answered or not, and whether if it was transferred to another department. Along with that, it could provide more insight to phone lines that are being utilized or not utilized. So therefore, certain licenses, if they needed to be deactivated or transferred to somebody else who could actually utilize them, that would provide that information, as well as analyze call volumes for the different departments, especially for after hours if they're being transferred over to dispatch, or to see is there an increase in calls after 5 p.m. Maybe they need additional staffing for certain departments, or maybe work on adjust hours. So additionally, this would affect and give value to each department within Washington County, not just 911. They provide a very good customizable dashboard for each department individual. Along with that, you can customize it by the department. So whether, our KPIs are different from someone else's, they can have it reflect theirs. For 911 in particular, it will allow us to set a standard of answer time, similar to how we do for 911, where they shall answer 90% of calls within a certain range, ours being 10 seconds, but the national standard being 15. So with that, if we have the data to back it up and we have this in place, then we can structure our people and we can hold them accountable to meet that standard. Along with that, we can show the trends and forecasting. If there's weather events or special events, if we see an increased call volume, then we can adjust coverage as needed. Additionally, if we have this in place, if there's some sort of trend we're seeing, an increase in call volume, it could help us give justification for funds in the future of certain programs, technology enhancements, personnel, etc. So this is just showing the 3 years paid in advance would give us roughly a 40% discount. It initially was around $16,500, but the 3 years up front is just over $10,000.
And Rayleigh, my understanding, I had the benefit of
Seeing the dashboard.
presenting this at the directors meeting Friday morning. Just wanted to verify this subscription. It has unlimited seats, if you will.
Yes.
So we don't have to implement this for other departments. Once we make this
Correct.
purchase, it can be used in any department.
700 seats.
700 seats.
I think we'll be
Yeah.
well within that. Okay.
Yes, every county department would have access to this and use this.
Right. Okay.
So I'm certain that
the reason you're here, Mr. Harris, is because you vetted this?
I did vet it, but the reason I'm here for the next policy things.
Oh.
I just want to say Riley did a great job on this. She has been working with IT for about 2 years of trying to find a solution so that she can track the metrics for 7373, which has been on emergency hotline. We were hoping that a existing product that we have, Dubber, which is the call recording piece, they're improving it with AI functionality. It was going to give us this data. It did not. It failed. Unfortunately, we didn't find that out until after budget cycle. So Rayleigh and I worked on this, and I said, look, would you mind presenting this to the court? Because ultimately, your needs will justify this, but we can use it for other things throughout the organization. She said, absolutely not. She took control of it. More importantly, we worked with the vendor. They installed the service on one of our servers, and Rayleigh worked with them in 2 sessions, less than an hour and a half, set up a dashboard with, I believe it's 7 KPIs, 7 or metrics, real-time information that's coming in, and it's already ready to go. It's running. So the vendor, manufacturer of the software, has actually shown their commitment because we have not signed any agreement, we have not paid them anything, and they've already set it up, and it's actually functioning, and it's pulling information from WebEx Calling, which is our telephone system.
So what is your plan to put this in other offices? How are you going to have a plan for that?
Yes, sir, I am. I have a high-level plan. I haven't written it out yet. I need to talk to the stakeholders, but I believe that Rayleigh would actually be able to sell the functionality of the software, and then I'll work with the other departments, invite them, and those that want to will identify what the KPIs are that they want to track, and then we'll identify how they'll be able to visualize and see those KPIs, whether it be on a TV in their offices or just through a web browser. And ultimately, based upon our experience, because Rayleigh came to the table fully versed on what she wanted, she knew exactly what KPIs, and she was working with the programmer, and she said, no, that's not right, I need to see this. And it went very quick, and I'm very pleased how amazing the dashboard components came out. And it's literally drawing in, and it's been drawing in for the last week, real-time data from our telephone system.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Okay. I motion to approve the purchase of a 3-year software subscription service for call detail reporting from Microcall, and authorizing the county judge to execute any necessary documents related to the purchase.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Item number 8, discussion and possible action on approving the WCIT technology acquisition and oversight policy. Mr. Harris.
We've been talking about this for many years. You probably remember we spent the last 4 years in budget trying to consolidate technology spend at the 4,000 level, which is technology service for the organization. This is the next piece. The next piece is to make sure that technology purchases, specifically softwares and hardwares, do not happen without approval of IT. It's one of the requirements that we got from the CJIS audit, that we had to have stronger governance control over the purchase of hardwares and software solutions. So ultimately, it's pretty straightforward, provided a little executive justification going over security, financial responsibility, and interoperability for all of these solutions. And I know you know, as we've matured technologically as an organization, we have to make sure that we have these systems in place to control and protect the interests of our intellectual property.
Absolutely.
This has been vetted by the county attorney's office, and it went around. We do not have our technology steering committee put together, but we'll be doing that over the course of the next couple of months, and those people that will be invited actually got to review this policy and provided feedback.
I make a motion to approve the Washington County IT technology acquisition and oversight policy.
Second?
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Item number 9, discussion and possible action on approving the technical services agreement between Washington County and Faith Mission. Mr. Harris.
Judge, you might remember we created this several months ago. This is basically, we are providing telephony or telephone services for Faith Mission. Basically, all of their telephones are within our virtual telephone system. We're providing the devices, we're providing the local and long-distance calling capabilities, and we're providing the interconnect for that. But what this does is make sure that it puts a framework around what we're going to support and what we won't support. And there was, County Attorney's Office made one recommendation, we implemented that recommendation in this, so it has been reviewed.
Okay. Mr. Wells, do you have anything to add to this, sir?
Well, if the county attorney has reviewed it, because I haven't had the chance to review it.
Brandon, you might remember I shared it with you when we were at the meeting over at the Cannery Kitchen. It's probably in March, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've slept since then. So, if the county attorney and our board chair and two of our board members sit here, I give her all the trust that if she says it's fine, it's fine. Mr. Young, you have any observations?
Well, I didn't see Mr. Young back.
All right, well, good.
Just for clarification, it was reviewed by the assistant county attorney because I am on the Faith Mission board.
Right.
So
And there are no legal concerns.
that's all that.
I'll make a motion approving the technology service agreement between Washington County and Faith Mission.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I make one final observation?
Sure.
We want to thank Mr. TJ and the entire Commissioners Court. For those who may not be aware, because we service the volunteer disaster agency, this is essential. And if we go back just 6 years ago with COVID, when we were responsible for manning the line on Martin Luther King holiday, as soon as we hit the switch, there were 80,000 phone calls. By the time the week ended, there was over 800,000 phone calls, so it's essential in a crisis that we'll be able to communicate not just with the county, but all of our departments as well. So this is very functional as well as our partnership, and we want to thank you all for the investment.
Thank you, sir. Item number 10, discussion and possible action on approving the Washington County Branding Guide. Ms. Mormon?
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. It is an exciting day for Washington County because we are going down in history, of course, if y'all approve this, because we do not have anything that states what is our official county seal, what is our logo, what is our branding colors, and that is something that we do need to establish for our organization and moving forward so that we can get up to date in times of everything and make it where we are Washington County and we show unity across all of our departments, whether you're an elected official office or a simple county government department. So, table of contents, as we discussed before in a workshop, that is our official county seal at the bottom. The ones at the tops were the ones that are previously used and are no longer going to be able to be used moving forward after today. The official county seal, the meaning of it behind every aspect of the county seal. So when we did this as the committee, we wanted to give the history and the reasons why we chose certain aspects and put meanings to those aspects within our county seal. So one day when we are gone, or even 20 years from now, and they want to do a rebranding of the county, they know why we did certain things. The color usage guidelines for the county seal. For the county seal, you cannot really edit it. That is the official county seal. There is other options that you can do with color-wise if it does not show up on certain graphics, shirts, that type of thing, but these are the approved other colors. That is all the editing you can do for the county seal. You can add your county office or the county department underneath or to the left line of the county seal, and this lays out the requirements for that. Now moving on to our Washington County logo. I guess let's go back for the county seal. The county seal is more, if you think about it, official when it comes to your business cards. It comes to letterhead. It comes to when you're going to an official capacity, you need to be wearing your county seal instead of our logo. But we wanted to also offer the option of a county logo, And a logo is more fun. It is more creative. You can use this on any type of branding and marketing material unless the official seal is a better fit. But we did offer a 3D digital promotional version and a standard version that is 2D. And I will say, Commissioner Bullock, thank you for that option and that idea. Here's more of the guidelines regarding the 3D versus the 2D. Again, you can center it and offer your county office or department name to the centered or left align. But also at the bottom, you will see that we can do a office and departmental logo customization. For this, though, you would need to get with the county judge's office or myself. So we make sure that we are standing on the brand guide. But we did this one for county commissioner precinct, and we just put the hashtag, the number symbol there, so y'all can see as an example of what it would look like or what it could look like. Here's the page for the county seal versus logo and the reasons why we have it. Moving forward for the county vehicle branding standards. So we have non-first responder vehicles, first responder vehicles, rear vehicle identification, and ghost and low light visibility. That is all laid out. For non-first responder vehicles, think of the expo vehicles that the fleet. I use that as an example where we would have the county logo on there. At the bottom, it does have a county department name or the official's department's name, office name, but for the fleet, it would just have strictly the county logo. And on the back, we do have the county seal. Moving forward, when it comes to first responder vehicles, it is recommended that every county vehicle has the official seal someplace on the back. So the sheriff's office, EMS, constable's office, am I forgetting another department? Oh, the fire services director, he would have the county logo and then the office underneath, or the department underneath, with the county seal on the back of his truck. For ghost or low light visibility, or low visibility, please work with the county judge's office and myself to get that approved to make sure, because that is with the county seal. So we know y'all are having the low light and the ghost vehicles out there for the constable's offices. Sheriff, do you have any?
Yes.
Okay. Here's our color palette and also the history and the symbolism of that and why we chose those certain colors. Our fonts, approved fonts is Georgia and Times New Roman. Please note for number-wise, it has to be in Times New Roman. Commissioner Majewski and I, when we were working at the ATS building to get those addressing numbers done out there, it looked way better in Times New Roman than it did in Georgia. So that is one note that we do need to follow. Email signature standards. So here is the layout for the email signature lines. The preferred format is to left align the county seal, and we have it all laid out. It would be the employee's name, their title, department, address, office, cell phone, only if it is a county-issued cell phone or if you are getting a stipend for your cell phone. Your email address, and then the website. There's an alternative mobile format. Sometimes not all of our iPhones and pads allowed to do the left align, so that's why you do the county seal at the bottom. Please take note, there is a departmental badge and judicial legal office exemption. So when it comes to the first responder departments, they are able to use their approved badge if they would like to, and that would be up to their department or that official, the head official. So like the sheriff would get to decide that for across his department, but he would need to make sure that his department is following those guidelines. Here's our business card standards. Again, we do have a badge exemption and a judicial legal office exemption regarding the business card standards. And that is all we have.
Carrie, I just want to thank you for spearheading this effort. Mr. Harris will remember, obviously it didn't cover all of this, but at one point we had hoped to do this so that we could standardize and give it a more professional look, particularly for email, because I know when I came in here, you saw the number of different seals and department or office seals. It was just across the gamut, and you've put a lot of effort and work into it. I'm very pleased, and I particularly liked that you put the mission statement with the QR code on the back of the business cards.
So there is a note on that. If it is a badge or the judicial legal offices, they're able to use their badge on the front or the state of Texas seal. And then on the back, it would still have our mission statement, but then the county seal. So what would go away is the QR code, but on the front, it would have the website. So, and I do want to make a note regarding the judicial and legal office. That would be the district judges, the district attorney, county court at law judge, and the county attorney's office. I did talk to Judge Berg today, and he would be using the county seal over the state of Texas seal.
Okay. That makes sense.
So, I appreciate all the work on this as well. The question I have is, there's a lot of people who already have business cards. I can understand changing the email stuff.
Yes.
But currently, I don't think it's a good practice to throw away the current cards people have in the current stationery.
Absolutely.
So I think that this is something we're going to phase in, correct?
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Commissioner Hannah. We are not asking any department or office to throw away what they currently have. When they order new is when they would start implementing this for their department. So after today, if they place something new, it needs to reflect the county guidelines regarding the seal, county logo, and the branding. So please, departments, do not throw away your current things. Use it up, and then it's going to be phased in slowly that way. If it's a vehicle, yes, we would like for them to add the county seal to the back of it, unless it's about to be one that gets replaced. But other than that, yes. If it's an easy switch, digital, go ahead and start switching that out today. Do y'all have any other questions or concerns?
I don't. Good work.
I make a motion to approve the Washington County branding guide.
Second?
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 11, discussion and possible action on approving Washington County branding policy. Ms. Mormon?
So this follows up with the branding guide. This goes on top of it. It's the branding policy. This has been sent to the county attorney's office, and it just has a statement, the definitions, the guidelines, and then the elected officials, departments, and authorized alternative branding, who those go to. And then you will see that on here, it states that for the sheriff's office, EMS, 911, constable's office, and Expo, there's a part that says at the very top, as appropriate or provided in the departmental supplemental policy. So this truly encourages those departments to create a supplemental policy for branding for their department within their handbook that follows us along, that they would have to come back to the court and present to you all. So that way it all ties in together. When there's another part of this. Oh, exceptions, number C. Request for exceptions to this policy or the Washington County seal, logo, and brand guidelines shall be submitted to the Washington County Commissioners Court or its designee for review and approval. So we know this is the first time we've ever had an actual guidelines and a policy. So there may be some changes as we work through it and we're implementing this, that we come back and say, okay, we need to add this and restructure a little bit. So that's why we put that in there. And then Exhibit A, the guidelines would be, that you'll just approve, would be attached as Exhibit A.
All right, I make a motion to approve the Washington County branding policy.
Second?
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
It took 7 years. It took 7 years.
That's all?
Only.
Only 7 years. Item number 12, presentation of the Sheriff's Office Monthly Report. Sheriff Holloway.
Morning, Judge. Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Morning.
Howdy, howdy.
Okay.
Well, what we'll be going over today is our July activity report for the Washington County Sheriff's Office, which continues to highlight the great work being done by our first responders out there. So we'll start off with page 1 on our NIBRS report. We're going to look at our Group A offenses, and we had a 56% clearance rate of 18 offenses with 4 arrests there. And then we jump down to our Group B offenses. We had a 52% clearance rate of 42 offenses with 21 arrests, which gives us an overall clearance rate of 53%, total of 60 offenses, 32 cleared, 53% clearance rate with 25 arrests for those offenses. We didn't have any juvenile arrests or juvenile offenses during the month of July. I just want to point out, that clearance rate, it's a little low, but if you look at some of those offenses that are on there, the burglaries and the thefts that have not been cleared yet, those are ongoing investigations. Exactly.
Sheriff, real quick, on the trespass, runaway, all of those, would most of those be indicative to some of the facilities off of 290, or are they kind of spread across?
They kind of spread across.
Okay.
Yes.
Or not 290, 36, sorry.
Yeah, 36 off. All right, so if we go to page 2, which is our monthly activity report, we'll see for our jail division up on top is our total number of inmates booked in the jail decreased from 111 to 98. However, our daily population increased from 101 to 104. So, and in our jail division, we had a total of 64 training hours for our personnel. That does not include the harassment training, the cybersecurity training, or the artificial intelligence training that's mandated. Okay, so we did not include those training hours in there. And for that month, we had 3 vacancies in the jail. And if we jump down to the law enforcement division, see, we currently have 7 vacancies. 4 of those are being taken up by cadets that we have in the police academy right now. They're due to graduate in December. All right. And some of those comparative categories that we tend to look at, one is our training hours for law enforcement division, which is with 271. And that, again, does not include that mandatory county training for AI, cybersecurity, and harassment training. So our assist calls stayed about the same at 45 compared to 47 the previous month. Our false alarms decreased from 48 to 43. Our adult arrests also decreased from 59 to 51, but our mental health transports increased from 1 to 8. So that's a pretty large increase there for that particular category. Our welfare concerns also rose from 53 to 57. However, our motor vehicle crashes, we saw a drop from 55 to 35 for the month.
Back in school.
Our loose livestocks, those calls increased from 48 to 54 for the month. But our overall traffic enforcement increase, citations went from 86 to 91, and our warnings went from 340 to 461 for the month. So, and then on our reckless driver calls, they stayed the same at 12. Our arrest warrants served also increased from 66 to 71. And our overall incident responses went from 2,459 to 2,475 for the month.
Sheriff, may I interrupt this moment?
Yes, sir.
I would think that your traffic enforcement citations and warnings, being that elevated number, that would relate directly to the miles driven inflation. It's on 9,000 miles more.
Yes, sir.
So that's
Yes, sir.
directly relates to
and
that.
we have more cars on the road now
Okay.
with the hiring of the new deputies that we have, and also the increase in call responses.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. All right. So our criminal cases increased by 3, and our case reports went from 133 to 132. They stayed about the same. And so we did also receive $50 in donations during the month that was previously approved by the court. And then let's go to page 3, which is our City of Burton activity report. Our overall activity increased to 168 responses compared to 91 the previous month, making up a 6.79% of our total calls. And most of those are officer-initiated, close patrols, traffic enforcement, foot patrols, things of that nature. Page 4 is our crimes graph. So we see that our Group B offenses came in at 42, which was 34 less than the previous month. So we saw a more in line of what we expect. We had a spike in those last month at 76. Our Group A offenses came at 18, which was 5 more than the previous month. And then page 5 is our property crimes. In the county, we had 2 thefts and 4 burglaries. And then page 6 is our traffic enforcement. And so we see we had 35 crashes during July. So far, that's the lowest of the year, with a total of 552 total traffic contacts. Page 7 is our heat map on crashes. Of course, this is produced by the Texas Department of Transportation. And what we continue to see is that there's not a huge cluster, but we do see some areas that did experience more crashes than others. One on 290 East in the Chapel Hill area, and one 290 West near the intersection of 2502 west of Burton. Okay, then page 8 is our criminal arrests. Our Group A offenses came in at 4, which is down by 2. Our Group B offense arrests came in at 21, which was down by 42 the previous month. And page 9 breaks down our jail bookings by agency. Sheriff's Office booked in 45, Brennan PD booked in 45, and our other law enforcement partners booked in 8 to the county jail. Page 10 is our average daily population. Came in at 104, average daily population for July. We see that, that trend continues to rise. Gives us a total of 96.6 ADP for the year. Page 11 breaks out our jail bookings by gender. Our females, number of females dropped from 34 to 21. Number of males stayed the same at 77. All right, page 12 is our inmate transport graph. So we see a total of total transports of 38, which was an increase from 34 the previous month. Page 13 is our City of Burton graph. Like I said, we had 168 calls or activities inside the City of Burton, and that's the highest of this year. Do we have any questions?
Sheriff, I wanted to ask you about the ADP, because obviously we've seen it spike in about this range, I think even a little higher at times. Is there anything specific driving that?
There's so many different factors involved in the criminal justice system that lends to inmates staying in jail longer. But I will say this, I am surprised at the number of inmates that we have in jail who are eligible for bond, who are still in jail. So.
And the 8 mental health transports that you had, that's pretty significant. Were a lot of those being transferred from the jail, or, because I also know, there's a rotation to the hospital, or was this y'all's month, right? Don't y'all, is it by week or month? I can't remember.
By month.
By month.
Right,
So
by
was
month.
this y'all's month?
It was
at the
not our
hospital?
month. It was not our month at the hospital, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just a serious need in the county that we're seeing, and limited resources.
Very. Well, I hope that, the one thing that I noticed, obviously, of the 7 vacancies that you have on the patrol side, obviously we've got 4, but with, obviously the upcoming ratification of the 2027 budget and the new step pay, I'll be anxious to keep an eye on this next year after I'm out and check in, because I'm hoping that you'll see an improvement in,
Right.
in attraction. So,
Okay.
all right, that's all I got.
All right. All right, thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, Sheriff.
I know we previously approved that donation, but I think we ought to do approve his report.
A motion to approve the Sheriff's Office monthly report.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Item number 13, presentation of the following monthly reports. County Clerk. Mr. Prince.
Morning, everyone. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, July was a very, very busy month for us, revenue-wise. We took in $80,485.76. Usually July is one of our weakest months money-wise. We only have 1 week of court. You'll see as we go through, a huge chunk of that is going to be for our civil docket. The county attorney's office closed out a ton of bond forfeiture cases last month, got some agreed judgments, so that money trickles down to us. Civil was 15%, and usually it's about 7 or 8% of our docket revenue. Other than that, generally the same distributions there. Because of those civil cases, you'll see our records management was higher this month at 12%, and the state fees are sitting at 10 still as well. So moving on to OPR, we had 800 official public records filed, so another busy month there, and no plats last month. For vital records, we had 36 births, 30 deaths, and we issued 18 marriage licenses. We also did 184 births and 14 death certificates. For court at law cases, we had 34 new civil cases, which we're still seeing. We've got another pipeline condemnation started filing. So between 290 and this pipeline, we're seeing a ton of civil cases being filed. For dispositions, again, 39 civil disposed and 36 criminal. I think that's the first time I've ever seen more civil dispositions than criminal dispositions. But again, only 1 court week for criminal court, and then those bond forfeiture cases there. And that is all I got for you.
Okay.
That 1 court day that we had in July can also contribute to the inmate population, because if we don't have
That's a good
court,
point.
we can't move those misdemeanor guys that are, and gals that are still in jail out.
Okay.
That is good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good point.
Very good. Okay, District Clerk's report. Any questions or comments about the District Clerk's report? Okay, Auditor's report. Ms. Hollis, how are you today? Okay.
Good morning.
So today, Carrie, if you'll go to page 2, please. We'll show, or the next bit. There you go. Sorry. The sales tax collected is down from last year by about 11,000. The highest collected in the last 5 years was in 2023 for July, but we are still above collections for the year, so we're still ahead of the game on that. The amount was $383,451. The next page, Carrie. The general fund, we've collected about half of our revenue for the year, which is about on track. It should be about 42%, and we get that at the end of the year. So, Road and Bridge, or EDS, is at 45% collected for the year. And then expenses, the general fund has spent about 65%, but there are different constructions going on that we haven't transferred the money because of, you know, the bond and things. So I feel like that is very good for no transfers yet. Right. And then EDS is 50%.
Right on target.
And I do want to give an update on the AP automation. We have that in place now. So the ladies are rolling it out to all the departments this week. get the invoices turned in that way. It's working really good. He wanted to go ahead and do the ACH, but I begged and pleaded to wait one more month so that budget would be over and the bank situation would be better.
Right.
So we meet at the end of September to get that started.
Wow.
Very good.
That's awesome.
Thank you for the update.
That's all I have.
Okay. Any questions or comments about the auditor's report? Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Hollis. Okay, Justice of the Peace report. Any questions or comments about the Justice of the Peace report? Hearing none. Tax Assessor Collector report. Any questions or comments about the Tax Assessor Collector's report? Okay, we'll go to the Treasurer report. Ms. Kramer?
Good morning.
morning.
The only thing good about things is we're raking in some interest, and we'll be getting a whole lot more real soon on the bonds that will be invested. I have checked with, per the investment committee's instructions, to see if there are any other companies that we can invest with, and I have found none. The one that I looked into was included commercial paper in their pool, and we don't want to use them. So the three that we've got I've got all the paperwork ready to roll, so just got to get September 9th. And everything else is looking good.
Any questions or comments about the Treasurer's report?
No.
Thank you, Ms. Kramer. Constable's report. Any questions or comments about the Constable's report? Elections report.
This was done with Ms. Carol Jackson. She forgot to submit it last month. This was the last one that she did. So we put it in for this month.
Okay.
I didn't have any questions.
Any questions or comments about the elections report? Okay, Veterans report. Mr. Purcern, good morning.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning.
So please ignore the unauthorized logo at the top.
It wasn't
We'll get
unauthorized
that
until,
updated right away.
until today, so you're not in
Well, we'll forgive you this time.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Okay.
So last month, the month of July, we had 258 contacts and 117 forms completed on behalf of veterans or dependents. Out of those numbers, and it's not clear on this one, I've been asked to, going forward, so moving forward into next month, to look at how many calls, contacts we have from folks outside of our county. So in this report, I can't tell you the specific numbers, but I've had one or two calls from Burleson, Austin, Waller, and Brazos, each of those. Not a whole lot, but I have seen some folks call in from those counties.
You may want to ask Mr. Harris to put that software on your phone.
Yep.
It'll probably be able to count those calls without you having to use a pen and paper.
And I've thought about that. One of the things we have to be cautious of is that a lot of times we get calls from loved ones outside of the county that are calling on behalf of someone that lives in the county. That happens more than you would think, but it's a mechanism that I'm going to build into basically what you're seeing up there as a tracker that is just it's going to need to be a specific question is who they're calling about and where they're from. But you see the numbers broken out underneath 258 and 117. If you move to the next slide, you see where we are for 2026. It's well above average. This month did cut it back some for our contacts. So that did shrink, but still over 20 contacts above average we're looking at per month for 2026. Questions?
Appreciate it.
No?
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
President.
Mr. Purser. Item number 14, discussion and possible action on the approval of accounts payable.
Okay. Today, we will have $1,336,167.10 in bills. That includes the units for the 2 ambulances that are about to be ready, so we're having to have to pay for those. And then, of course, their monthly bill, which took up the lion's share of today's bills. The rest are just normal repairs and such.
Okay.
And the ambulances were budgeted for.
Yes, they were.
Absolutely.
I make a motion to approve counts payable.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, prior to adjourning, I want to just remind everybody there is a burn ban in effect as of midnight today. So pass the word around best you can, okay? All right, item number 15.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. One more thing. This is not. We are officially adjourned. We're going to do this anyway. Would you please stand, sir? Come around here in front. We have a little proclamation here for someone who has served over 20 years, 21 years of service to the county. And this is his last official meeting as a commissioner. And so we want to recognize that. We have a proclamation honoring Kirk Hanneth, Washington County Commissioner, Precinct 3. Whereas Kirk Hanneth was elected to serve as Washington County Commissioner for Precinct 3 in 2004 and was sworn into office in January 2005. And whereas for more than 2 decades, Commissioner Hanneth has faithfully served the citizens of Precinct 3 and Washington County with dedication, commitment, and a genuine desire to see our community succeed. And whereas throughout his years of service, Commissioner Hanneth has played an important role in moving Washington County forward, helping guide the county through growth, change, and countless decisions that will have a lasting impact for generations to come. And whereas his years of public service reflect a deep commitment to Washington County and the people who call it home. Now therefore I, John Turnberger, County Judge of Washington County, Texas, do hereby recognize and honor Commissioner Kirk Hanneth for his more than 2 decades of dedicated service to Washington County and extend my sincere appreciation for his leadership, friendship, and commitment to our county. Commissioner Hanneth, thank you for your service and for the lasting contributions you have made to Washington County.
Thank you. So, first of all, I just want to say that service requires time, but what it also requires is everyone that works with you. And everyone in county government has worked together to make things happen. All of the things that we've done so far require of us to be a team. And I think that from every single office to every single court member, we've been a team, and I look forward to the future. I think Washington County's in a great place. We have a lot of great things going on, and I think that's going to continue. So thank you so much for this. I wasn't expecting anything like this, so
Well.
I appreciate it. Thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you guys. All good.
Okay.